Ladies and gentlemen, what is up? My name is Smurp. Welcome back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly. This time we got the state of Call of Duty, which is really sad, but it's really important to get out. But there is some hope, so let's get into it. Alright, first, starting off with good, major change might be on the horizon. And what I mean by that is with all this shit going on with Call of Duty and Activision and all the lawsuits and all that, we might see some really good changes, like maybe some higher positions might be moved out, or some people might be moved up. We might get new people. Overall, I'm hoping that it'll just change the way that Call of Duty is developed and pushed out these days. Another thing is we get free DLC now, so you can't really complain about that, because back in the day you pay what, $15 for I think 3 new multiplayer maps, and then if it's a Treyarch game you get a zombies map with it, and then maybe some guns, but not really. I mean, you can't really complain about that. You buy the game for $60, and by the end of its life cycle it's got all this new other stuff. All the weapons are easy to unlock, or they're unlockable, and you don't have to get a loot chest to get the weapons. That was stupid shit. I don't miss that about the old Call of Duties at all. They do have more developers than ever now, so that should help. They have Sledgehammer, which is still kind of like the redheaded stepchild of the developers between Infinity Ward and Treyarch. But, you know, they're a lot bigger now, so they can probably handle their own stuff, hopefully. Obviously not zombies, because they have Treyarch working on their zombies, but like I said, we do have more developers than ever, so in theory we should be able to get some pretty damn good games, huh? I kind of put this one as a joke, but I honestly really hope it happens. Bobby Kotick might step down or be removed, but honestly I think he needs to, because just by seeing what he's done with the company, he looks like, I mean, he is a businessman. He's gonna take Call of Duty and try to make the most money out of it. That's what he's hired for. But it's getting to a point to where the corporate level is just messing up the real gamers. You know, the ones that have been gaming since they were wee little lads, you know what I mean? So it's kind of just fucking us over so they can make money. I think there needs to be a huge turnover for the gaming industry, not even just Activision. I'm talking Rockstar, Ubisoft, EA, you know, just all these companies need to step back and then get back into it for not the money, you know, for creativity and what gaming was originally made for. This is the last thing on the good. It's kind of a joke, but it is something to think about, to be honest. Treyarch's next Zombies iteration will be fire as hell, because Black Ops 4, it was alright. Not really. They took away the main stuff. It would have been really good if they kept the original perks, honestly. But the next Zombies iteration in 2023 is going to be fire as hell, because Cold War was so good, and that wasn't even their game. They took that game and had to crunch and push out all this shit as fast as possible, because Raven and Sledgehammer were working on it, and then Treyarch had to make that game, I think, within 2 years, or maybe 1, I'm not sure, and they had to make it during the pandemic, so that's another reason. But yeah, Treyarch's next Zombies iteration on whatever the game comes out in 2023 is gonna be fire, mark my words. Alright, so we made it past all the good, now it's time to go down to bad. Now the first thing we got is they followed the Fortnite trend with the battle pass and the COD points and the skins in the store and all that stupid shit, so that really messed it up. Because they instead of like trying to create their own stuff, they were like, oh, there's a formula that works. They make a shit ton of money. Let's take that and then do it. And it worked for them too. That's why they're continuing to do it. They started with Modern Warfare, and then Cold War, they really pushed it into third gear. And then with Vanguard, it's just like there. And it's getting old as shit. They need to figure their own stuff out instead of just trying to ride this Fortnite wave, which has taken the gaming industry by storm, and not in a good way either. The next thing I got is devs can't/won't listen to the community. You know, and I put can't because you don't know if Activision is just not letting them do it. I think not too long ago there was a tester, QA tester, that's what it was. A QA tester got fired for going on Twitter and then asking the community what the problems were and what they need fixed, and he got fucking fired. Like, what the hell? That shit is so stupid. So I don't even really blame the devs anymore. It's not their fault. I mean, it's the people above that are trying to make them crunch for all this stupid shit and trying to get the most money out of the games nowadays. And I just don't blame the devs, man, because I know they want to help. Most people are in that industry because they love to make video games. You know, they're not in it to just sell this shit to us. They want to make good product. But I feel like the managers up there and the higher ups are not letting them do what they need to do. So this is a really big thing, and honestly it should have been on Ugly, but all 3 premium Call of Duties, I'm talking Modern Warfare 2019, Black Ops Cold War, and Call of Duty Vanguard, and Warzone, are busted as fuck. All of them are broken. Modern Warfare is damn near unplayable. The audio is so shit. Cold War is, I don't know what's going on with Cold War. I don't think it's too bad, but I know there is still some bugs. In the launch of Cold War, oh my god, that shit was terrible. But it compares nothing to Vanguard's launch. I mean, what in the fuck? I mean, granted, Vanguard did have more maps, but the lag and the bullshit, the bullets not hitting, the packet burst, the bloom, like what in the fuck is going on there? The only reason Cold War's launch was so bad, in my opinion, was because they didn't have enough maps. But Vanguard just has no fucking excuse. They just bullshitted. Shit is still broken. It's December. This game has been out for more than a month, and everything is still fucked. Okay, on to the next thing. Weapon balancing seems to take the entire life cycle of the game. I swear to God, I start the game in November, October, whenever they released that year's Call of Duty. And I feel like the entire year they are trying to fix the weapon balancing. And then they add a new weapon and they break another one. And it's constantly back and forth. The meta is never, it's kind of like, oh, this gun's really good right now, I'm gonna use it to get my XP. And like, yeah, at times that's fun, but I just want a game where I hop in and everything is like good to go, you know? It feels like nowadays they start a game like halfway made, and then by the end of the game it's the full game. So I don't know what's going on with that shit. Okay, here's another big one. Warzone has put a huge cloud above the traditional COD fan base. And what I mean by that is when Warzone came out, yeah, you got some Call of Duty players going to try it out and check it out, but mainly it was all these people that can't afford premium Call of Duties, or maybe they don't have money like that to spend $60 on a brand new game. So you have all these people that are just playing for fun that are not even Call of Duty fans, so they don't even have that type of mindset when they go in. They're like in the battle royale. You got people from Fortnite coming in. Okay, this one is a little personal, I'll admit, but the campaigns don't feel important to the game anymore. Like back in the day in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, even Modern Warfare, the story felt very important to the multiplayer, because whatever you saw in the campaign was the reason you're fighting in the multiplayer. But nowadays it feels so jumbled up, and it just feels like a story. I mean, hell, even the Vanguard campaign felt like a fucking movie the whole time. Not even in the good way. I mean, the cutscenes. When I was playing, I played for maybe 20 minutes, and then I got like a 5-minute cutscene. Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't want to watch this. Like, I want to play through the story. All right, so we've made it through the good and the bad, and now we're at the ugly. So let's just start it off with the Activision treats their devs like shit. I mean, they treat them so bad. I mean, obviously, I don't know. I don't fucking work at Activision or whatever. But from what I've heard on Twitter from Tom Henderson and all these other leakers, I mean, apparently it's fucking toxic as hell. It's really bad. So, I mean, that's just fucked. That's not even on the game side. That's just like humanity. You gotta treat them with respect, man. I mean, especially if someone's trying to do something they love, they're not gonna put out the best product when they got some asshole rich guy stepping over and telling them they need to get these fucking maps out and stuff so they can get their pay, you know? It doesn't work like that. On to the next thing. This kind of ties into the first thing. Gives their devs little to no work time. I mean, they crunch them so hard. I mean, honestly, with Cold War's life cycle, I felt the fucking crunch. I really did. It's like everything that came out was just like ready and then ship it out right away. So that shit, and it doesn't work like that, because if you do that, then you put it in and then you have so many bugs that ruin the immerse of the game. And it's not fun. It's annoying how it feels like if you you're paying $60 now to be a lab rat, to find all these bugs. And the thing is we're finding them and they won't even let the developers fucking fix it. But that shit is stupid, man. Alright, so here's another thing, man. The last 2 CODs have been absolutely broken at launch. Cold War, I mean, shit, dude. Like, hopping into Cold War, buggy, lags. I mean, honestly, not that bad. Like I said, the main thing with Cold War was not enough content. But it was still laggy, don't get me wrong. It was still buggy, the frame rate shit. But I mean, Vanguard? What in the fuck? I mean, Vanguard doesn't even have a fucking excuse. Cold War, Treyarch had like 2 years to do that shit, or maybe 1, I'm not sure. And it was during the pandemic, but Vanguard has no excuse. I mean, I just don't fucking get it with them. Vanguard is buggy as hell. The frame rate doesn't work. The textures don't load in. I mean, the lag is so shit. I mean, what the hell? I mean, I just don't know. It all started with Cyberpunk coming out, and everyone thought like, oh, this is gonna change everything. No one's gonna release an unreleased game anymore. But no. Nope, it just made it worse. Now we have them coming like a fucking avalanche. We got GTA, Battlefield, all this bullshit coming in. Fuck, man. Alright, here's another one, man. A lot of the in-game skims make it feel like Fortnite. I mean, you got Season 1, or not even Season 1. You got the release of the game, and then you got all these characters, and it looks like a good shooter, you know? You got all the uniforms, the war uniforms, and this and that. And then Season 1, you start getting some crazy shit. Like, it's kind of normal, but a little bit, like, iffy. But then, like, Season 5, you got fucking clowns, you got princesses, you got anime in there. It's like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, if you're gonna release skins, at least make them realistic to the game. Because if you do that, if you got a fucking butterfly guy flying around in a World War II map, it just completely ruins it. It's like, what in the fuck am I even playing? Fortnite? Like, I just hate that shit. And Fortnite can get away with it because they basically turned their entire thing to that. They turned their entire game to where this is the game where everyone is in it. Literally everything in the world is in Fortnite. So they can get away with it, but Call of Duty trying to do this shit, it's like, fuck off, dude. Okay, the next thing I got is kind of serious, so I'm not going to make any jokes about it, but Activision is facing lawsuits for sexual harassment, and that shit is, I mean, I seriously have no respect for that. If you're letting that go on in your work environment and letting your employees deal with that, then you're just a piece of shit. Apparently, Bobby Kotick is like that too. And apparently the whole work environment was just a super frat, like, douchebaggy, Wolf of Wall Street type of shit. Like, I just don't get that. Like, how did that get into the gaming industry is what I want to know. But I mean, honestly, it's right there in front of my face is money. That's the only reason it's like that now. But it's just a shame that they even let that happen and that the devs have to deal with that in that work environment. On to the next thing, everything is monetized now. I swear to God, I cannot find one fucking thing that's cool in the game to unlock. The shit that they do give us to unlock is some doo-doo ass, like, I wouldn't even buy it. I would never buy it. I don't even want to unlock it, and it's fucking free. But it's just so dumb the way they do that. They put all the cool shit in the store for 20 fucking bucks. Think about it, a $20 bundle for a skin and some fucking gun blueprints. We used to get a whole DLC for 15. I mean, what in the hell? That shit doesn't make any sense to me. But I mean, literally everything is monetized. It's so bad. Alright, and the last thing we got, man, you knew I was gonna bring it up. The skill-based matchmaking punishes you for doing good. Why the fuck would I even want to do good? If I do good, I might as well fucking delete the game because it's never gonna let me do that good again. Or if it does, it'll be like in like, what, 10 games? But it just gets sweat. It's like, maybe I'll hop on and it's like, oh, I did good that game. It's like, maybe I'll play again. And then I just get fucking ran through, dog. Ran through. And I don't, like, who wants to play like that? And apparently it's working for them or whatever. Well, guess what? It's not fucking working for me, okay? But yeah, that's a huge thing. But anyways, guys, that's all the time I got. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly, the state of Call of Duty. We need to get this shit fixed, so make sure you leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you're new, share it to everyone you know. We need to get this out everywhere. I love you guys. My name is Smurp, and I'm out.
What we do here is go back.